chapter. It's a general meeting, and the secretary will tell us later on when we meet, but we shall be able to meet every I think second last Saturday bi-monthly. So in this first meeting, we are going to talk about what ISGNS is and what's purpose of the residence chapter and who are we and how can we benefit from this chapter. And then the other committees shall be able to talk to us about the general picture of the residence chapter. So basically, ISGNS is International Society of Global Neurosurgery that was inaugurated this year, actually, during the World Federation of Medical Societies Global Surgery Conference that was hosted in Dar and that was in that meeting, that's when the society was inaugurated, basically concerned with global neurosurgery. It's not a competing society with WFNS. However, it is a sister society that works hand in hand with WFNS to boost the activities of global neurosurgery. As we know, global neurosurgery encompasses quite a number of things, and so many other parties come into play. The neurosurgeons themselves, neurosurgery related disciplines, we have businessmen, we have engineers who are interested in global neurosurgery boards. That's the next generation committee. So I'm from Uganda, and I'm a postgraduate clinical fellow in my fifth year. And my vice is Zamzam from Alexandria, Egypt. Then we have the secretary here who will be talking to us. It's called Sekakuria Frank. He's from DRC Congo. Then we have ambassadors. We have African ambassador who's Alice Katerega from Makerere University in Uganda. Then we have the American representative or the ambassadors, Alan Bakesiga from Creighton University in the US. Then we have Good Luck from Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center in Tanzania as the head of ICT and education on the executive board. Then we have our treasurer, who's Malcolm from Ghana here. That's Tamari. Among the subcommittee members, we have Agawa. Mr. Agawa is a 50th year medical student from Mara University of Science and Technology in Uganda. He's the African director of Mission Way Foundation. He will be talking to us later on. Then on the other committee, you have Barusu, who's a second year medical student from California. She has quite a number of organizations she's part of. Then have Abdul Kitua, who's a general surgeon and also a neurosurgery resident from Tanzania. Morning. Then we have Natasha, who's a postgraduate fellow, 4th year in the US. We have Nathan Kenneth from Cameroon, and then Luke from Malaysia. Yeah, so those are some of the people that we work with to make sure we promote this news of global neurosurgery. And as you see that our chapter is not a separate chapter from ISGNS, however, we are embedded into ISGNS. That's why our vision, mission, the core values directly those of the mother. So this is who we are, and this is what we are, and we think that if you join us, we can run this vision and mission together. So our mandate as the chapter are mainly three. As we said, ISGNS has quite a number of committees. We have the nursing committees, we have the research committees. We have so many committees. For the next generation committee, the mandates we have are mainly three. That is training integration. In other words, this is the chapter that's going to give back of the leaders, bigger society. In other words, when Kipak is not around, one of us should be able to take over the position. When Professor Williams has given out the term, because it's for only 2 years, one of us should be able to take over this. And we do even better than the previous team. So that's the channel in how all this is happening. So we have to grow the membership by increasing the visibility of the ISGNS in all regions across the world. That's why we have ambassadors in Africa, we have ambassadors in America, we shall get ambassadors in Asia, Oceania, so that we do strengthen our foundation. That's public health practices of global neurosurgery. That's why we involve in everyone is part of public health. That's the doctors, the nurses, the engineers, the radiologists, everyone comes on board. Then we hope to make impactful research in global neurosurgery. So that's the first strategy that is driving our team. So I'll go ahead to call Mr. Frank Sika Kulia, who is our Executive Secretary, to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you,
Frank, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Thank you, Dr. Joseph, for the brief introduction of next generation of ISGNS members. And I'm happy that today we have almost 30 people attending this great meeting. So as a secretary of this next chapter, we were thinking that within the 2 years, we should be able to coordinate the administrative activities of the group or the chapter, and this in collaboration with all other subcommittees, including the presidential committees and other
effort,
committees.
we aim to create a centralized online repository that provides members with free access to educational materials relevant to surgery and professional development resources as they continue on in their career. And then related to, of course, Frank's comment about secretarial work earlier, we aim to continue that mission of having clear and efficient communication systems so that when we do have any upcoming initiatives, resources, events that are launched, that you all can hear about that in a timely manner and then participate. We would love to hear from you as well. Some additional secondary educational initiatives, and we also invite your ideas, of course.
So our priority partnership for starters is a collaboration with the Mission Brain. And for those that are not familiar with Mission Brain is an extensive experience global neurosurgery, capacity building, humanitarian. It also does outreaches and medical education around the world. So we believe that this organization aligns closely with the vision of the ISGNS, and we believe that it provides an excellent opportunity to establish our first strategic partnerships. So amongst the things we believe that we shall be offering to different collaborations, we believe to be doing things to do with education, webinars, student and resident mentorships. We are thinking in the line of collaborative research projects, having a humanitarian outreach programs, leadership development, volunteering opportunities, all those falling in line with our partnerships with the different organizations. And then we have phase decision, we have the ANS, the CNS, that is the Congress of Neurosurgical Surgeons. We have the COSEXA, that's the College of Surgeons of East, Central, and Southern Africa. So these are all potential organizations that we are looking at forging partnerships with the goal of promoting the common goal of the ISGNS. I believe that is, anyways, in conclusion, I can say that our vision is to build more partnerships.
And then from there, we think we could develop 1 to 2 advocacy briefs or position statements based on those findings. And then we would plan to present those recommendations to ISGNS and other relevant stakeholders. The other component of our committee is we'd like to establish a resident research collective and collaborative, and then also organize some writing training perhaps. And then hold a research and advocacy forum. And so we have some goals there for what we want to accomplish over the next 2 years.
Thanks, Natasha. How this helps with partnerships, as we've seen from the different committees. And also for the residents, medical officer, those students that are yearning to join their career, can easily get career guidance and mentorship to know exactly what you want to do. And also you get a chance to present your research and clinical work international, as I has told you. We shall have some sessions whereby we shall be able to call for those who have some impacting research work that want to be presented internationally or even locally. There will be some bit of funding for such people. So you get opportunities to do that really. And also to participate in our education webinars, workshops, and conferences. Then once you join us, also there's you'll be part of a working group, working movement that is mainly targeting reducing disparities in global neurosurgery worldwide. This is one of the key things that for me I feel that is even more important, that you are associated with a group that's very impactful, known worldwide, and subsequently this builds your CV. Yeah. So these are some of the reasons why you, the medical student, why you, the neuro nurse, neurologist, you can join us. These are some of the reasons why you can be part of us. There's quite a number of benefits that you can get when you are part of the team. And the only way you can join us, really, we are going to be sharing, I think the secretary, you can just copy the link to our WhatsApp group. You can copy and paste it in the chat there for people to join. You can join our WhatsApp group, the general WhatsApp group. That's where most of the communications will be coming from. Then subsequently, we shall be sharing other platforms. So to join the residents chapter, it's free of charge because we are part of the bigger society. That's the International Society of Global Neurosurgery. However, for the International Society of Global Neurosurgery, there are some fee that you have to pay to be a member. Get all these privileges that we have talked about. All this can be found on the ISGNS website. That's for the full member, high income and middle income country. They were separated. The residents, we are paying $50. Students and the lights, $20. Then there are those honorary members that are chosen by the topmost team. Those will be waived off. However, it's good to note that this year, from June to July, July 2027, as residents and students, we shall be paying only $10 for only this year. So if you're willing to be part of the global community ISGNS, you can pay online the $10. Then you will receive a confirmatory message. In case you are unable to do that, our contacts are on. I'll leave my email also in the chat. You can easily contact me for help. So for the $10 are only for 1 year. This year, for 2026, 2027, the working year is mainly the calendar year. However, the membership year is from June to July. So from June this year to July next year, membership fee for all of us is $10. We can make good use of that opportunity that's available. So at this very juncture, thank you so much for listening to us. We have some few members whose hands were up. Zamzam. Zamzam is our vice president. Her hand was up. Zam, do you have anything to share?
Thank you so much, Dr. Joseph. I actually, thanks to all people that have been able to, sorry about the noise. It's time for prayer here. For the 29 members, 28 plus me inclusive, 29 members who have been able to attend, we really appreciate you. That's really encouraging to the whole team. And thank you so much, Dr. Joseph, for always being at the forefront of this. And just so that everyone gets to know, Dr. Joseph is the one who gave birth to this whole idea of the residents chapter, and I highly commend him for that, because that was so thoughtful of him to include us in this big ISGNS. Like, I mean, it's still starting, but at the end of it all, every other big thing that is out there started with baby steps like this, and it's such a great honor that we get to be part of this from the very beginning. So thank you so much, Dr. Joseph, and thank you so much for being our president. I put my hand at some point, but I'm so glad that towards the end of the presentation, you actually highlighted on a few of the issues that, the biggest concern that I've faced every other time I've tried to encourage someone to join ISGN, the residents chapter. The big concern is always, what do we get from there? You know, we are all under the whole illusion of we are busy as neurosurgery residents. Yes, I know we are, but there's so much to life than doing the residency itself. Because at the end of the day, we've seen colleagues who are actually really done, but someone can't even make a case report. Someone can't even write a grant to even start a small project where they are. So I feel like what you shared to encourage people to join, and what the different committees, subcommittees also shared, to show us what our end goal is, even if it's not achieved in the 2 years, but the whole bigger picture of the residents chapter, that this is a platform where we get to meet all of us, so that tomorrow you leave, you go to Ghana, you know you have a colleague there, you leave, you go to another place, you're sure there's someone who can receive you. It's just a matter of, as Dr. Alice addressed on our social media platforms, someone just updates and is like, oh, we have so and so visiting such and such a place, and people are eager to receive you because we've become a whole big community. So just trying to communicate to RIEC on what the president has done, because ideally I feel like as a vice president, I'm always just here to support the president and to keep shining more light on where I think some things are. So I really appreciate all the committee members that have presented on this whole matter, and I believe we have so much to achieve when we agree to join in, and I encourage all of us to keep spreading the whole gospel out there, and we have as many as possible of our colleagues join this. Then things like the abstract competitions, the research talks and all that will have more meaning when it's a bigger pool than actually a small sample space of like, oh, we are only 20 members. Even when you win that, you actually feel like you didn't do well as compared to a pool of about 200 people. So I urge all of us to spread word and encourage our friends to join. Then we can task the committee and the subcommittees on what they've actually promised us to do. But also us as the executive members to see how best to serve a bigger community than actually when numbers are really low. It's a bit hard to come up with making time to do this and to encourage other colleagues to actually join us. Thank you so much.